Roman Reigns advertised for WWE Survivor Series 2024. After missing the event last year, WWE Hall of Famer Rikishi addresses how sons Jimmy and Jey Uso should be used. Let's get into it. While Roman Reigns wasn't present during last year's Survivor Series, advertising for the 2024 show on WWE's official website is now featuring the original Tribal Chief alongside Cody Rhodes, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, Solo Sikoa, and Kevin Owens. Currently, it's unclear what his role will be on the card, but considering that War Games is an ongoing feature of the event, Survivor Series could feature a tribal war between the current and original lineups of the Bloodline. Things have notably been getting heated between Reigns and Sikoa, with the OTC getting one up on the faction early last month when he made his return to WWE SmackDown, then Sikoa, Tonga Loa, and Tama Tonga, getting revenge on the former undisputed WWE Universal Champion during the August 23rd episode. Based on these back-and-forth attacks, tonight could be another chapter of the storyline, where Reigns hopefully makes a friend or two to help him take down the Bloodline. Unfortunately, the current lineup of the Bloodline hasn't been too well received by fans, especially in terms of the new tribal chief. Many are of the opinion that Sikoa isn't worthy of the Ula Fala, and that Jacob Fatu should instead take over. However, Rikishi recently cautioned against this move, opining that even though Reigns could reasonably face either man, Fatu might not be ready for the responsibility just yet. The Hall of Famer urged WWE to hold off on possibly taking this route, and noted that it could easily ruin Fatu's momentum and make fans feel like he's being rushed to the top. Only time will tell, but it's safe to assume that a war will likely happen at Survivor Series. WWE Hall of Famer Rikishi addresses how sons Jimmy and Jey Uso should be used. WWE Hall of Famer and father of Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso, and Solo Sikoa, Rikishi, has not been shy about sharing his opinion about his son's storylines. Jey, who has gotten over with fans with the use of his Yeet catchphrase, will soon challenge Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental Championship. Jimmy has been out of action with an injury and was written off TV and out of the Bloodline following challenging his brother at WrestleMania 40. On an episode of his Off the Top podcast, Rikishi said his sons should reunite when Jimmy is healthy and returns to TV. When asked if Jimmy needs to do something to stand out, he said he believes that in due time his son will find himself, just like Jey did. I think me knowing my boys, the twins, personally, they both got attitudes, man, he said. It just so happened that Jey took off and is doing his thing. When Jimmy does come back, I'm very confident it's not going to take long, be it he comes back as a single or they decide to put him and Jey together to be able to join Roman Reigns, which I probably think that would be the route to go. But if in case they just decide to have him come back as a single for Jimmy, I think it won't take long for Jimmy to find himself to be able to come up with his own deal. Roman Reigns recently returned to WWE SmackDown following his loss at WrestleMania 40 and has worked alone on the blue brand in his feud with the new Bloodline.